Welcome to Cookie's Maths and Science Hub. Today, we'll be learning about heat transfer. Before we get into this video in full, let's quickly review our three states of matter. We have a solid, where all the particles are close together and vibrating, but not moving very much at all. We have a liquid, where the particles are moved to fill the container they're in, and they flow around one another. And we have a gas, where the particles are shooting around at rapid speeds. Remembering that our particles are increasing in energy as we go from a solid to a liquid to a gas. There are three main methods of heat transfer: conduction, convection, and radiation. All three of these heat transfer methods are shown in this, poorly illustrated diagram. I'd like to clarify I'm a science and maths teacher, not an artist, that shows a pot on a hot plate with some boiling water. Have a go now and see if you can identify which type of heat transfer is occurring in each set of arrows. The one in the handle, the one in the water, and the one coming directly off the hot plate. We'll come back to this example at the end of our video. Conduction is the transfer of heat from one molecule or particle to another by direct contact. This contact occurs through collisions between the particles. It is greater in solids because the molecules are much closer together in a solid, helping them transfer energy when vibrating due to heat that has been put onto the particles. You can see this in the diagram to the right. As we apply a heat source to the left, the particles begin to vibrate, and they transfer that heat to the particles surrounding them. Convection is the movement of heat through a fluid or gas. Most often a fluid, and that'll be the examples we use. This occurs when particles with a lot of energy, heat energy, move and take the place of particles with less energy. The heat energy is transferred from hot places to cooler places by these convection currents. We can see this in the example on the right. As we expose this tub of liquid to heat, you can see the hotter liquids move to the top and push the cooler liquids down, therefore repeating the cycle and pushing the hot liquids up over and over again until the entire liquid is heated. Radiation, on the other hand, is the transfer of energy through what's known as electromagnetic waves. We will call these infrared waves, and they direct it from its source, so the source of the heat, to something else through these waves. It is different from conduction and convection, and unique in that it requires no matter or medium to be present, and this means it can pass through a vacuum. The most common example of this is from the sun to Earth, as a lot of radiation or electromagnetic waves transfer that heat from the sun to our planet. There's obviously a lot more involved with that, but as we're just talking about heat transfer today, we'll just leave it at that. So, are you able to identify which set of arrows relates to each type of heat transfer? Let's go through them now. You have your pot on your hot plate, and you've got radiation or radiation heat transfer coming off your hot plate and moving into the air around it and heating the pot. This causes convection heating within the water, causing the hot water to rise to the top of the pot, push it back down, and the cycle continues as the hot water cycles around. And lastly, your handle of your pot will grow quite hot as the water in the pot is hot and those particles are vibrating or, increasing the energy of the particles around them, which is causing the handle to become hot. That heat then transfers to your hand through conduction, as when you touch it, it would be hot. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you now know how heat transfer works through the three methods discussed in this video. Be sure to subscribe for future videos on maths and science. Hope to see you again soon.